I cared for the person, but when things got tough and it's time to work through stuff, I wasn't willing to work through.
Did Colin really just get busted cheating on Jennifer Hudson? Because Tiffany Haddish sure seems to think so, and she's been out here roasting Jennifer like it's her full-time job. Everybody knows Tiffany's still salty about Common leaving her for J-Hud, and now it's looking like she's finally getting her payback in broad daylight. The streets have been warning J-Hud for months that Common isn't the dream man she thought he was, but she didn't listen. His dating history, a whole trail of broken hearts, and now it's looking like Jennifer might just be the next name on that list. Word on the curb is that he's already parading a brand new woman around, and Jennifer has been spiraling ever since. And guess who's loving every messy minute of this? Tiffany Haddish, no doubt. She's not even pretending to play nice, throwing sneaky little jabs at Jennifer any chance she gets. The shade has been so slick you almost miss it. But trust, it's there. Now the big questions. Why would Common cheat on Jennifer Hudson of all people? Who exactly is this mystery woman by his side? And could Tiffany actually be plotting a comeback to win him back? The way this is playing out, it's pure Hollywood soap opera drama. Not to pile on Jennifer while she's already catching L's, but anyone watching could have seen this coming.
And still kicking it. That's part one. And part two is, do you ever see yourself married one day?
So as far as Jenny Jen,
I love Jenny.
Absolutely, we are together, and I just appreciate her as a partner, as a woman, as an artist, as a human being. She's a special individual.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Man, it's just, I'm just grateful for her. I thank God, and yes, we are good. Marriage is something that if I were to get married, then Jennifer is the person.
Oh, she the prototype?
She is but she's not only the prototype, she is the person.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's one of those things where I'm like always looking at my life and saying, okay, because that's a strong choice to make, you know. And,
absolutely.
And
not to be taken lightly.
Common's never been the forever type. No matter how smooth he talks, commitment has never been his strong suit. His history says it all. Whirlwind flings, quick breakups, and a resume that screams commitment issues. Still, some fans were holding out hope that Jennifer Hudson would be the one to finally lock Common down. The one who'd get him to slow his roll, settle in, and maybe even start a family. But now, that fantasy looks stone cold dead. The streets are buzzing with talk that Common has been cheating on J-Hud heavy. And word is, she's crushed. What makes it even more shocking is that this man was just out here telling everyone she was the one, even dropping hints about marriage. Meanwhile, not the whole time homeboy was out here playing the field like it was an Olympic sport. And while plenty of folks feel bad for Jennifer, Tiffany Haddish is not one of them. According to an anonymous source, Tiffany has been enjoying every messy second of this cheating scandal blowing up in public. And honestly, if you've been keeping up with her since she split from Common, you know this isn't surprising. She's never been shy about the fact she's still hung up on him, even years later. Tiffany's thrown shade more than once, and some of her digs made it real clear she believed Common cheated on her with J-Hud in the first place. One prime example, during an Instagram Live, a fan told Tiffany they'd given Common a pair of earrings to pass on to her and asked if she'd ever gotten them. Tiffany didn't even blink before clapping back, saying he probably gave those earrings to Jennifer Hudson instead. He probably gave those to Jennifer, Tiffany joked. But tell me in the comments, do you think J-Hud was really messing with Common while he was still with Tiffany? Because if that's true, her years of throwing shade suddenly make perfect sense.
Talk about the other tea a little later. Yeah. What?
Common. You're not got it?
You get cut off, and you motherfuckers brought the tea.
It would also explain why Tiffany looks like she's savoring every second of his current cheating scandal. To her, this is karma in high heels, strolling right back around. And some fans think this whole mess might be the perfect opening for Tiffany to slide back in. She's already made it clear she's still got feelings for him, and a little side chick drama wouldn't scare her off if she thought she had even the smallest chance to win him back. She'd be like, "Come close to me, baby." When she first started dating Common, it was clear Tiffany was way more into him than he was into her. She's the one who pushed for them to go public during the pandemic. They quarantined together, and she even made sure to flex him on Instagram Live with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, tilting her camera just right so everyone could see her man. She couldn't stop gushing either. For his birthday, she went all out to make it special. In one interview, she even laid out her dream plan saying, "I'm just hoping me and my man, we go hot air ballooning and have us a nice little meal. That's what I like to do. On my 39th birthday, I got drunk with my grandma. Never done that before. On my 40th, I had a bat mitzvah. That was super fun. This birthday, 41, I wanted to go up in a hot air balloon." Not only did Common skip the whole hot air balloon plan Tiffany dreamed about, but he didn't plan anything for her birthday. Sources say he sent her some flowers. But let's be real, that's the bare minimum you can do for your woman's big day. Tiffany even admitted she was hoping for something much bigger, like marriage. She once said she wanted him to propose with an apartment building instead of a traditional engagement ring. Now that's a boss move. But if you're wondering how Common reacted, he basically showed his cards. He was there for a good time, not a long time. No real plans for forever, no matter what hints she dropped.
Enjoying it. I'm not gonna put nothing extra on it. If he wanna marry me, he can get me an apartment building.
Oh, okay. You don't want a ring, you want an apartment complex.
I'd give you a duplex, an eightplex or something. You know, the homegirl be like, "Where your ring? I thought you was engaged. Where your ring? Where your carrots? Carrots. Girl, please, I got units."
So when the breakup came just a couple months later, it wasn't exactly a shock. Fans were actually relieved Tiffany had finally broken free from what they called Common's chokehold. Because let's be honest, he had her wrapped around his finger the whole time. And here's the kicker. Common was the one who ended things, then tried to spin it like it was mutual, blaming their busy schedules for the split. Tiffany wasn't about to let Common slide away with that busy schedules excuse. She clapped back with her own take, saying maybe he's just the type who never truly settles down with anybody. Maybe he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower. I don't know. I wish nothing but joy and happiness, she said, but the subtext was loud. It felt like she was hinting Common might have cheated on her, even if she didn't outright say it. And when Common popped up with Jennifer Hudson, Tiffany couldn't resist speaking on it again in an interview. She called their time together the healthiest, the funnest relationship I ever had. It's where I felt safest out of all the relationships I ever had. But then she dropped the real tea. The breakup wasn't mutual. It was more him saying, "I think this relationship is running its course." And I was like, okay, like, you're gonna be a 50-year-old single man, okay? Now it's looking like Jennifer is getting that exact same treatment. Common's running the same play, just with a new co-star. And here's the wild part. Tiffany and J. Hud are far from the only ones he's done this to. Common's breakup history could fill a whole playlist with names like Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Erykah Badu, and more. The list is long, but the story's always the same. Whirlwind romance, big smiles, then a sudden, it's run its course speech before he bounces. Just when a woman starts getting attached, Common hits her with a psych, calls it quits, and moves right on to the next. And here's the thing. None of his exes seem to stay cool with him afterward, especially Erykah Badu. That's because, according to whispers, he allegedly did every single one of them dirty. For some context, Common and Erykah started dating back in 2000, staying together for about 2 years before she ended things in late 2002. At first, Erykah kept the details tight-lipped, but Common, he had no problem running his mouth. He claimed the split happened because she caught feelings for someone else and dumped him over the phone. She handed it to me. I was in my hotel room on tour, and she called me like, "Hey, I don't want to be in this relationship no more." I'm like, "It's somebody else," he said. He even called her his first love and his first heartbreak, adding, "When we split, I was 27, 28. I was in a haze just going through the motions." But eventually, Erykah got tired of him telling the breakup story his way, one that painted her as the villain. She clapped back with her own cryptic take, hinting that infidelity may have been in the mix. "No, infidelity is not a deal breaker for me. We are all born sexual beings. I myself am not someone with a very high libido. I don't require intimacy for happiness. I need companionship. I need a partner I can depend on, that I can love and grow with. But I do understand the nature of these men I have been with, and men in general. They have a need to chase. That's straight up manipulative. And when I say Common's got a bad rap, I mean it. After things ended with Angela Rye, he suddenly tried to flip the script, talking about how he'd gone to therapy, learned about himself, and was finally ready to be a better partner.
We both have professions. Well, I think once Tiffany and I got back on the move, it really didn't allow for us to spend as much time and put as much energy into our relationship. I don't think the love really dispersed. I just think it was just like, we weren't feeding the relationship. And as you said, neither one of us is gonna stop. Like we both care about our crafts and what we do. And we care about love too and partnership, but I think, the energy that has been put into our careers and continuing to want to do the things that we do for ourselves and for the people, is like, it was hard for me to balance all of that and keep the relationship.
Sounds nice, right? Well, judging by how things went down with J-Hud, the therapy clearly didn't hit the way he claims. Honestly, he might as well ask his therapist for a refund. It's wild to think he was out here saying all the right things, making it look like Jennifer was the one, all while allegedly cheating on her behind the scenes. And here's what makes it worse. Jennifer Hudson has already been through more than most when it comes to love and loss. Remember her relationship with wrestler David Otunga? Things took a heartbreaking turn when Jennifer's mom, brother, and young nephew were tragically killed by her former brother-in-law. Just weeks after she got engaged. It was an unimaginable blow, the kind of pain that changes a person forever. Through it all, David stepped up big time, staying right by her side. He even planned little getaways, just to help her escape the weight of grief and start healing again. For Jennifer, it was like a small burst of light in a long stretch of darkness. Jennifer became pregnant later that year, and by 2009, she and David welcomed their son, David Jr. For a while, it looked like their little family was falling perfectly into place. But by 2010, after being engaged for more than 2 years, people started wondering when they'd finally walk down the aisle. Rumor had it the wedding was supposed to happen that year, but they kept pushing it back. Eventually, they called it quits, and the breakup was far from peaceful. Jennifer claimed that in the final stretch of their relationship, David's behavior took a dark turn. She accused him of becoming increasingly aggressive, threatening, and harassing toward both her and their son. She even alleged that it escalated into mental and physical abuse. According to Jennifer, things hit a frightening point when David sent her chilling messages that left her so shaken. She called security to stop him from showing up at the studio and causing a scene. Thankfully, he never appeared there. But she says the situation still escalated later that same day.
As the work he's doing on himself will help him fulfill a lifelong dream. And you write a lot about you want to be a husband one day. You have a rather famous relationship coach.
Oh yeah, yes, Michelle Obama. She has definitely helped talk me through just certain moments of relationships. We had conversations, and she has given me a lot of wisdom. But one great thing that she told me as I was going through this journey was that you have to understand you're not going to get anybody that's perfect because you're not perfect. So understand that there's some certain things that you will compromise in choosing that partner. But as long as the core values, the values that are most important to you, that person, marks off on that list, then you.
Jennifer alleged that when she got home, David was waiting for her. She claims he confronted her, grabbed their son by the arm, and took him upstairs to the master bedroom, then shoved her out while still holding onto their child's hand. So yes, Jennifer absolutely deserved better than that toxic mess. But let's be real, was Common really an upgrade? Because from the way things are looking, he was never going to be the good guy she needed. And here's where it gets even more frustrating. After everything Jennifer went through, people were rooting for her to finally find real love, stability, and someone who wouldn't drag her through more heartbreak. At first, Common looked like that guy. He was charming, saying all the right things in interviews, praising her talent, her strength, her beauty. He played the role perfectly. But now, the mask is slipping, and the streets are talking louder than ever. Multiple whispers claim Common was already getting cozy with another woman before his split with Jennifer became official. Paparazzi have been on his trail, snapping shots of him smiling ear to ear in mystery outings, and let's just say, those weren't business meetings. Fans are torn. Some think Jennifer should cut her losses immediately. No explanations, no we can work through it talks. Just walk away and protect her peace. Others think maybe she's holding on because she truly believed Common was different this time. But the receipts keep stacking, and the timeline of his moves isn't looking good. Meanwhile, Tiffany Haddish is out here throwing what people call professional shade. She's liking certain tweets, reposting cryptic memes, and making sly little comments during interviews, never naming names, but everyone knows who she's talking about. And the wild part, she's got a smirk in every clip, like she's been waiting for this exact moment. Now, the big question everyone's asking, who is this mystery woman Common's been spotted with? So far, her identity is being kept under wraps, but insiders claim she's not new to the entertainment scene. In fact, word is she's been in the mix for a while, moving in some of the same circles as Common for years. Some sources even say she's been quietly linked to him before, long before Jennifer ever came into the picture. This is where things get even messier. If the timelines overlap the way the whispers suggest, it could mean Common was entertaining this new flame while still in a committed relationship with J. Hud. That would explain why he's been keeping things so low-key. No red carpet appearances, no social media posts together, just secret meetups and smiles when they think the cameras aren't around. And here's the kicker. Certain blogs are claiming Tiffany Haddish actually knows exactly who the woman is and has no problem hinting about it in private conversations. The idea of Tiffany holding on to that name like a winning lottery ticket has people convinced she's waiting for the perfect moment to drop it and set the internet on fire. For now, Jennifer's been quiet. No public statements, no cryptic posts, but those close to her say she's aware of the chatter and watching things closely. If she confirms what the rumors are saying, this could turn into one of the messiest celebrity breakups of the year, and Common's image might not bounce back so easily this time. What's wild is that Common has been through this same cycle so many times, you'd think he'd be more careful. But nope, it's playing out exactly like before. He turns on the charm, wins a woman over, makes her feel like she's the one, and then out of nowhere, the rumors start flying. The busy schedule excuse pops up, and suddenly he's got a new leading lady in the picture. The difference this time, Jennifer Hudson isn't just anyone. She's an EGOT winner, a powerhouse vocalist, and someone the public genuinely roots for. Hurting her doesn't just spark gossip, it sparks outrage. Fans are already taking sides. And from what's trending, most of them aren't here for Common's usual games. Meanwhile, Tiffany Haddish has practically turned into a running commentary on the whole thing. She hasn't named names, but her interviews, her likes on certain shady posts, and her choice of words have been enough for people to connect the dots. And the energy she's giving, it's like she's been waiting to watch this exact plot twist happen. Industry insiders are whispering that if Jennifer decides to speak up, she's got the receipts to back her side of the story. And if those ever hit the public, Common might not just be facing a breakup, he could be looking at a major hit to his reputation that even therapy and PR spin can't fix. And now, Jennifer is just the latest name on Common's long list of heartbreaks. And in true Common fashion, it's only a matter of time before he quietly soft launches his next relationship like nothing ever happened. You know Tiffany Haddish is eating this up, probably with popcorn in hand. But here's the thing, Tiffany didn't just crack a harmless joke. She cracked the whole situation wide open. Jennifer's name is now right in the middle of the storm. Common is already flaunting his new flame like it's no big deal. And Tiffany's making sure the whole world has front row seats to watch it unfold. Now everyone's asking, was this just playful shade? Or did Tiffany just rip the bandage off some old wounds J. Hud is still trying to heal? One thing's for sure, two things for certain. This saga is far from over. The next chapter, it might just get even juicier. Because there's talk that Jennifer might actually try to get Common back. And if that happens, whew, the drama will be unreal. What do you think? Is Tiffany being petty, or is she just telling the truth out loud? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you don't miss the next tea spill.